Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. BNB spoilers. Will Hope say yes to the dress from Thomas? This may be the moment Thomas has been waiting for. On the March 15th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers preview that Thomas makes a grand gesture of love to Hope in the form of a beautiful new gown. Will this lead to her finally saying yes to his marriage proposal? It's an episode you don't want to miss. Thomas Matthew Atkinson is really stepping up his romance game this week. Sure, he is worried about his sister, Steffi Jacqueline McInnes would learn more about her here. But his number one priority remains Hope Annika Noel. Thomas made Hope swoon with the intimate Italian dinner he planned down to every last detail. He spoke of whisking her off to Rome. He eyed the engagement ring on the chain around Hope's neck, wondering if she was any closer to accepting his proposal. Thomas's father Ridge Torsten K supports his relationship with Hope 100%, even if Brooke Cather and Kelly Lang doesn't. He likes seeing his son so happy and stable. He even called the current state of their relationship magical. That's why he encourages Thomas to seize the day and boldly move in his quest for Hope. Thomas doesn't need much coaxing to devise a big romantic display for Hope. Ridge's words inspire Thomas to do what he does best, design a jaw-dropping gown for his love. Thomas sets out to create the dress to outdo all other dresses for his muse. Will this dress be a bridal gown? Will Hope be so moved by Thomas's creative effort that she says yes to the dress and him? Bill Don Diamont is making the most of his moment with Luna Lisa Yamada. Sure, Bill gets a lot of father-son time with Liam Scott Clifton, but a daughter-like figure is noticeably absent from his life. Bill tells Luna that if her mother, Poppy Romy Park, cannot provide the support she needs, he is ready, willing, and able to fill that role. Luna is most likely very appreciative of this offer. She certainly respects and looks up to Bill, and their relationship only seems to be growing stronger. Maybe a girl does need a father figure in her life, after all. The best place for true soap fans to be is our Facebook groups. Have you joined? If you love soap spoilers, gossip, and fans as dedicated as yourself, check out Days of Our Lives fans, General Hospital exclusive, The Young and the Restless fans, and The Bold and the Beautiful fans. Title: A Dress for Hope. The BNB saga continues. The sun painted golden streaks across the cliffs of Malibu, casting a warm glow over the sprawling estate that housed Forrester Creations. Within its elegant walls, the air buzzed with anticipation as the fashion house prepared for its latest unveiling. But amidst the flurry of silk and sequins, a more personal drama unfolded, one that would set hearts racing and alliances shifting. At the heart of this drama stood Hope Logan, the epitome of grace and poise, her hazel eyes reflecting a mixture of nerves and excitement. She was about to embark on a journey that would define her future, both professionally and personally. Ever since her tumultuous relationship with Liam Spencer had taken a heartbreaking turn, Hope had found solace in her work at Forrester Creations. Under the mentorship of her cousin, Thomas Forrester, she had blossomed into a talented designer in her own right, her creations adorning the pages of fashion magazines and gracing the red carpets of Hollywood. But despite her professional success, Hope's heart remained guarded, scarred by the betrayals of the past. She had sworn to herself that she would never again let love cloud her judgment, that she would focus solely on her career and her beautiful daughter, Beth. Yet fate had a funny way of testing one's resolve, and in the form of Thomas Forrester, it seemed determined to push Hope's boundaries once more. Thomas, the enigmatic and often misunderstood heir to the Forrester legacy, had always harbored a secret admiration for Hope. Though their relationship had been fraught with misunderstandings and miscommunications, there was an undeniable chemistry between them, a spark that refused to be extinguished. And so it was on this fateful day that Thomas found himself standing before Hope, a velvet box clasped tightly in his hand, his heart pounding with nervous anticipation. "Hope," he began, his voice soft yet determined, "I know we've had our differences, our fair share of ups and downs. But through it all, there's never been a moment when I haven't admired your strength, your passion, your unwavering commitment to everything you believe in." Hope's breath caught in her throat as she watched Thomas, her mind racing with a whirlwind of emotions. She had long buried any romantic feelings she might have harbored for him, convinced that their tumultuous history had rendered such sentiments impossible. But as she gazed into his earnest eyes, she couldn't deny the flutter of anticipation that stirred within her, the tantalizing possibility of a love she had long since dismissed. "Thomas," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the rustle of fabric and the hum of activity around them, "what are you trying to say?" With a trembling hand, Thomas opened the velvet box, revealing a breathtaking masterpiece of lace and silk, a wedding dress fit for a queen. "I know it might seem sudden, perhaps even reckless," he admitted, his gaze never wavering from hers, "but I can't shake the feeling that we're meant to be more than just friends, more than just colleagues. Hope, will you do me the honor of trying on this dress, of envisioning a future where we stand side by side, united in love and in purpose?" Hope's heart threatened to burst from her chest as she beheld the dress before her, its intricate details and delicate embellishments taking her breath away. It was as if Thomas had poured his heart and soul into every stitch, every fold, a testament to the depth of his feelings for her. For a fleeting moment, she allowed herself to imagine a future where she was no longer bound by the chains of the past, where she could embrace the possibility of a love that transcended all boundaries. But then reality came crashing back with a vengeance, reminding her of the countless obstacles that stood between her and happiness, the wounds that still festered beneath the surface. "Thomas, she began, her voice faltering as she struggled to find the words to convey the tumult of emotions raging within her. Before she could utter another syllable, a familiar voice rang out from across the room, causing both Hope and Thomas to turn in surprise. "Liam," Hope breathed, her heart lurching at the sight of her former love, his eyes filled with a mixture of regret and longing. Liam approached them with hesitant steps, his gaze flickering between Hope and Thomas as if searching for answers to questions he dare not ask. "I couldn't help but overhear," he confessed, his voice barely above a whisper, "and I couldn't let this moment pass without telling you how I feel." Hope felt her pulse quicken as Liam took her hands in his touch sending shivers down her spine. "I know I've made mistakes, more than I care to admit," he continued, his eyes boring into hers with a fierceness that took her breath away, "but if there's one thing I know for certain, it's that I love you, Hope. I always have, and I always will." Tears welled in Hope's eyes as she gazed into Liam's earnest gaze, her heart torn between the past and the present, between the safety of familiarity and the allure of the unknown. But before she could respond, Thomas stepped forward, his expression resolute yet tinged with sadness. "Hope, whatever you decide, know that I only want what's best for you," he murmured, his voice barely audible above the din of the crowded room, "even if it means letting you go." Hope felt her resolve crumble as she watched Thomas walk away, his shoulders slumped with the weight of unspoken words and unrequited longing. And in that moment, she knew what she had to do. "Liam," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion as she reached out to him, "Yes. Yes, I will marry you." As Liam enveloped her in a tender embrace, Hope felt a sense of peace wash over her, a certainty that despite the challenges that lay ahead, she was exactly where she was meant to be. And as she cast one final glance over her shoulder, she caught sight of Thomas, his gaze filled with a bittersweet mixture of resignation and acceptance. For in the world of love and passion that was Forrester Creations, anything was possible, even the unlikeliest of happy endings.